Ladies and gentlemen, visionaries, and changemakers, we stand at a crossroads, a pivotal moment where the future of our hemisphere can take a transformative turn. Today, I ask you to imagine a free Cuba, not as an isolated hope, but as the key to solving one of the most pressing challenges of our time, the migration crisis across the Americas. For decades, the dream of millions across our continent has been to reach the United States, a land of opportunity, a beacon of hope. But what if that dream didn't require crossing borders or leaving families behind? What if, instead, the dream could be found closer to home, on the shores of a free Cuba? A free Cuba will not merely change the trajectory of its people, it will redefine the aspirations of an entire hemisphere. With freedom, Cuba will become a land of opportunities, a thriving, prosperous nation that inspires hope, attracts investment, and offers a better life for its own citizens and for all who seek a future built on liberty and possibility. Imagine a world where migration to the United States from the Americas is no longer driven by despair, poverty, or hopelessness. With a free Cuba, that world is within reach. Cuba will become a magnet for those seeking opportunity, a place where dreams are realized and ambitions are nurtured. The Cuban dream will resonate across the continent. From Mexico to Central America, from South America to the Caribbean, people will look to Cuba as a land of progress and prosperity. Instead of embarking on perilous journeys north, they will queue for a chance to participate in the Cuban miracle. Cuba is a jewel in the heart of the Americas, endowed with unparalleled potential. Its strategic location makes it the crossroads of trade and culture. Its fertile lands, rich traditions, and resilient people have long shown what can be achieved even under the harshest conditions. Imagine what a free Cuba could accomplish when its people are free to create, innovate, and build. A free Cuba will become a magnet for talent, investment, and growth. It will attract entrepreneurs and visionaries from across the Americas, eager to contribute to a country that exemplifies possibility. Imagine Cuba as the Silicon Valley of the Caribbean, the breadbasket of the region, and a cultural capital of the world, all at once. Migration is not born from desire, it is born from necessity. People leave their homes when they see no future for themselves or their families. A free Cuba changes that equation, not just for Cubans but for millions across the Americas. With a free Cuba, migration to the United States will cease, not through barriers or policies, but through opportunity. People will no longer need to flee. Instead, they will stay, build, and thrive. And those who dream of a better life will turn their eyes to Cuba, not as a place to escape but as a place to embrace. Cuba will become the epicenter of opportunity, the land where the American continent rediscovers hope. Imagine the streets of Havana bustling with entrepreneurs, the fields of Pinar del Rio producing food for the region, and the beaches of Varadero hosting millions of visitors, all contributing to a prosperous and dynamic nation. A free Cuba is not just about the prosperity of Cubans, it is about the prosperity of all. With freedom, Cuba will show the Americas that there is an alternative to migration, staying, building, and thriving in a land of hope. The Cuban dream will not replace the American dream. It will complement it, creating a hemispheric vision where everyone has the chance to succeed. Imagine families staying together, communities flourishing, and economies growing, not because people fled their homes, but because they found what they needed in their own region. Imagine the Americas united in progress, with Cuba leading the way as a beacon of what freedom can achieve. To the visionaries, leaders, and builders of tomorrow, I say this: join us in investing in a free Cuba. The return on this investment is not measured merely in dollars, it is measured in lives changed, in futures secured, in dreams fulfilled. A free Cuba will not just change the course of its history, it will change the trajectory of our hemisphere. It will show the world that when liberty and opportunity are given a chance, there is no limit to what people can achieve. Let us stop migration not with walls but with hope. Let us build a free Cuba that invites people to stay, thrive, and dream. Let us create a Cuba so vibrant, so full of opportunity, that it becomes the envy of the world. The Cuban dream is not just a dream for Cubans, it is a dream for all of us. Let us make it real, together. Let us work together to stop the migration crisis by building a world where no one must leave their home to find hope. Let us create a free Cuba, a Cuba that inspires, a Cuba that prospers, a Cuba that leads. God bless the Cuban dream. Thank you.